Good morning here. We're at a very, very cloudy London sky, of course. So today I am in Piccadilly Circus. I am about to take the tube all the way to Baker Street, this time to finally go to London because I know it's open. I booked it this morning. So it's, what time is it? It's around about 7 o'clock. A little bit early. So I might as well get to Bakerloo, get to Baker Street, see what's there at the moment, and then just wait for it to open. I cannot wait. Anyways, guys, please remember to follow. I'd really appreciate that. And let's take the underground. You must be joking. I'm not paying £23.60 just to get the tube without my rail card. So basically, rail cards can't be used unless it's past 9:30 because of rush hour. Not rush hour, but morning rush and everything. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Anyways, that means I've got to go to Baker Street on foot. That is perfectly fine though, because that means I can take a little tour around London, which is insane. Who doesn't love walking around London? A lot of people. I do, apparently. So welcome to Oxford Street in London. There's not much to this place apart from a bunch of outlets, McDonald's, Lush, Marks and Spencer's, of course. This place gets very, very lively. I'm pretty sure, could be totally incorrect, but I'm pretty sure Hamleys is somewhere over here, unless that's on the other side. On top of my head, geography's not the greatest for me, as some of you guys have kind of already picked up on. Dr. Martens? I don't know. They're shoes, aren't they? I'm pretty sure. On Doc Martens? I don't know. McDonald's. Boots. Okay, it is literally it's literally at 7, 8 o'clock already. So not everything's going to be open, of course. The majority of shops are open at 10. However, I'm literally just walking. What is going on? What is going on in London today? Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, Doc Martens. They are. I think they're shoes. They are shoes. I know people go on about Doc Martens all the time. I wouldn't get something like that. Last time I was in London, this place here, right behind me, the IKEA City, literally was it used to be a huge, blue bag. It was all construction site. Now it's actually open. It's the IKEA City. I don't know. IKEA is everywhere. There's one in Birmingham, there's one in Southampton, there's loads of places. However, IKEA City is very unique because it's not only what you normally get for kitchen appliances and everything. It's just got a bunch of merchandise in there. I don't know what their thought process was when they thought, well, let's plop IKEA City in the middle of London. I don't know who thought of that at all. But it's happened, and that's exactly where we are today. This is Oxford Circus. Now, one of these, on one of the corners, I'm not quite sure which one it was, but on one of these corners there was the Microsoft store. Now, Microsoft unfortunately had to pull out because of running costs of the area, and apparently a lot of different shops are pulling out in this area because of the running costs of maintaining a shop in this area. They've got quite a huge variety around here, including Hamleys, but I'm pretty sure is down there. Now, Hamleys is the biggest toy shop in the UK, and I think it features 7 floors. Not only it goes up, it goes down underground as well. I used to love it when I was a kid. When I was younger, it used to be insane. It very much reminds you of, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the movie where the guy loses his magic to because he dies over time, and he loses magic to the toy factory or the toy store. I think it's Mr. McGonagall's or something like that. I don't know, I can tell you. But maybe someone can type it in the chat. But yeah, if I go past there, I'll show you guys. So I've just come into Selfridges. That's so cool. Sorry, I'm always up for some wacky sort of things, and that's just wacky. Anyways, I'm off to Wetherspoons, and hopefully, Thomas Baker can have some breakfast there, and then I'm off to Madden Tussauds, and I could start my day. What time is it? That's the big question, no? I got up so early for this. Oh, it's 8:20. Okay, I've only got just under 2 hours now. Now I'm 40. I'll be able to do it. Oh, is it still recording? Okay guys, so the Madden Tussauds is down there. Baker Street is also down here. So Baker Street's down there. So I have literally walked 33 minutes because I was going to get the tube, but then I was like, well, firstly, there's no point in me paying £26.50 for the tube when I can walk it. Now, if you have a rail card, of course, it's like 18 to 25. I think it's like £11 or something, which is really cheap. I mean, compared to the £26, the £11 is worth it, guys. I got what did I get? I got my rail card £80 for 3 years. Insane, significant for when I'm in uni as well, which is very, very good. Anyways, so on the right, I'm pretty sure I'm going to the Metropolitan Bar or something like that. I don't know. It's like the Wetherspoons there, of course. Wetherspoons is another staple attraction within the UK. You know, it's a pub in the UK, which what is it? It's a pub in the UK. That is the Metropolitan Bar. That is. It's a pub in the UK which is like literally everywhere. Wetherspoons is everywhere, guys. This is what the Metropolitan Bar looks like, and this is what a Wetherspoons looks like. Like I said, Wetherspoons you can find everywhere. There are more Wetherspoons in the UK than there is McDonald's. Okay, so I'm in Battersea Power Station. I've never been here before, guys. I've heard it's really, really good. It's up those elevators. However, how I got here, so I went from Baker Street and I went to Waterloo, and then I got off at Waterloo, got the South Northern line. So southbound, Northern line southbound. And then it takes me all the way to Battersea Power Station. So let's go and look at Battersea Power Station. There's a lot of history here, and it actually once. No, I'll tell you. Okay, time to go up here. Now, back in the day, this train station here did not look like this. To tell it for a fact, they recently redid this. If you think Battersea Power Station was literally for coal people, right? Because it used gas, it used. I don't know what it used. I think it was coal at one point. And that means all the coal workers would basically come down here on the tube, and you know, they would go up those stairs. It would be stairs, it wouldn't be elevators, of course, or whatever you called it. And they would get straight to work. Battersea Power Station. What to say about this? Firstly, Battersea Power Station supplied 1/5 of London's power during the war, or after the war. And it was kind of a very, very scary sort of story, because Battersea Power Station was also known for, because it's a coal plant, it was also known for producing a bunch of toxic substances in the atmosphere, which killed a lot of people. It was during Winston Churchill's time, where he basically had to have no other reason but to make the air more efficient. And Battersea Power Station was one of the issues which London was facing in terms of like smog and everything. Now, it did power places like the Buckingham Palace and Parliament, of course. Like I said, a fifth of London, but it's kind of scary how to think that a lot of people died from the amount of pollutants in the atmosphere during this time, because, you know, electric wasn't a real thing back then. It was more of a case that it was literally coal power, and that atmosphere wasn't good. Winston Churchill came along and he was like, right, I've got to sign a bill. You know, at first he didn't believe it, and then over time he believed the fact that he had to sign a bill to basically make the air in London a lot more efficient, because people were not living as well, especially during the Great Smog. Battersea Power Station did not help in that instance whatsoever. But moving on in life, Battersea Power Station then became not redundant, but it became decommissioned, and now it's a retail shop place, literally surrounded by buildings. Yippee. But apparently you can go up there. I'm not quite sure. Let's see, shall we? Battersea Power Station right now is insane. Look at this. You've got all of these stores. You've even got a Lego store down there, guys. I do love the Lego store. But yeah, no. And then you've got Gordon Ramsay's Bread Street Kitchen. How cool is that? Look at all down there. It's brilliant. Champagne bar. Ooh. Be drink your better, guys. Be drink your better. I want to be a producer. I feel like I'm going to watch The Producers tonight, guys. That's what I'm going to watch. Because I've heard producers are a very, very good thing. Anyways, so yeah, Battersea Power Station. Like I said, it did Power, the 5th of London, for 50 years, I'm pretty sure. I searched up how long it was in power for. How long it was in power for. And apparently it was 50 years, so that's a very, very good thing. Got loads of stuff, guys, but I'm not going to go through all of this. I've got other stuff to, you know, go to. But there's so much history, and also over there, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me quickly zoom in, because yes, I have a zoom feature on this thing. Over there is where the lift is, so it's called the chimney. Now, just like I don't know, just like the London Eye or the Shard, how you can go up. However, this one's really unique because it's a lift that you get on and it goes up the chimney, and then you can see everywhere over Battersea on the other side of the city, of course. So one side where London Eye is and the Shard, that's one side. However, where Battersea is, it's on the other side of that. It's on the other side of Tower Bridge. It's on the other side of Big Ben, of course. Got a better Ray-Ban over there. You got Ray-Ban, sorry. Lacoste. Alpha Lauren. Took me a very, very long trip to get from Battersea Power Station to here. However, St Paul's Cathedral. Yes, of course. The first cathedral, well, not the first cathedral, but it was the first official, it was the first official building made out of stone here in London, and it was built by Christopher Wren. Of course, it has a very special name to it, St Paul's, of course. Typical London weather, had to start raining, didn't it? It's not the greatest. However, I am here at St Paul's Cathedral, the one place which I did want to see. Now, this is some really good detailed artwork for the first stone building in London. Like, look at this. Do you think we were making stuff out of, like, what? Wood in the 1665, 1664. And then the king kind of assigned Christopher Wren to build that thing. Like, what? Christopher Wren has some wacky ideas, I swear. It is huge. There you go, there it is. St Paul's Cathedral. Smoking. Wow. I didn't realise how much history this place had, I can't lie. Now, I'm not going into St Paul's Cathedral because, well, no. But yeah, no, it is actually such a huge monument here. Like I said, first structured stone building. It's pretty cool, actually. And then you've got St Paul up there himself, I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing that's St Paul. Hope that's St Paul. Why would the thing not be? Who's that random guy in gold? It's got a halo. Oh wait, is that God? I don't know what that is. Let's see, shall we? That's how it goes. Who's this? In memory. Oh no. Not guys. The Shard! I see the Shard! Sorry, who's this guy? It doesn't say, guys. Oh man. Probably does say. Maybe someone can tell. Oh, that's got to be Paul. Paul's Cross? I think this is Paul's Cross. This has got to be St Paul. By any doubts. Because it's raining, of course, some of the London Underground stations and entrances, they are basically, you know, shut because of slippery and slidey stuff. Now, what's quite funny is that if you go to, I don't know if this is anywhere else, but I've experienced it at Oxford Circus. If you go to Oxford Circus and you go near one of the underground stations where like the stairs are, whenever they speak over the terminal, it reminds me of something from like a movie in the 19th century. Because the terminals are not they're not high quality at all. So it literally sounds like something coming out of, I don't know, a coal place or something, I don't know. It's quite funny actually, very funny. Okay guys, so I am off. Oh, the Shard is right in front of me. Look at that. Just about see it. So right behind me is the Tower of London now. This is basically where it was used for many, many different prisoners in the 15th, 16th, 17th, 14th, I don't know, when was this thing even produced? Behind me is the Tower of London. Now this was constructed, well, it was founded in 1066 and it was made fully in 1100s. And it was founded by William the Conqueror for like a sort of, I don't know, fortune, something like that. Anyways, So, this held many different significant figures of London. You have Thomas Cromwell, Guy Fawkes, and also Anne Boleyn in here. Quite a lot of people were also locked up here from a lot of things actually. Henry VIII kind of used it quite a lot. Don't ask me why, but he just did. Now, this is a significant monument because, like I just said, it tells so much history about our past and how, like, you know, the sort of like dungeon life and the dark side of London. Because a lot of people who did immoral stuff and went against God was locked up here, guys, especially during, like, you know, the 1100s, where religion was a significant factor of London in this time period. But yeah, it is absolutely cool. It isn't used anymore, guys. I don't know what it's used for actually. And just over there you can see the Tower Bridge. Okay, so another thing about the Tower of London which I didn't know of is what used to be around where the grass place is now. It used to be a moat, as it's said, a defensive ditch wrapped around the tower. The moat is a formidable defence barrier and a symbol of power. Dug during the Middle Ages and officially filled with water, it has been a dry ditch since it was drained in the 1840s. It has experienced many changes over its history. Now historic royal palaces is transforming the space into a biodiverse habitat, an act for the future, and makes a positive impact on the planet. So yes, and I'm pretty sure they also I don't know if they do something with poppies. They plant poppy seeds and the poppies come up. I'm pretty sure they do that. I've seen that somewhere. I don't know if that was on BBC London or what. They've done that one year. I don't know if they still do that, guys, but they definitely do plant poppy seeds on this area, which is significantly good for biodiversity and everything. It's a really cool structure. I'm not even going to joke with you there, guys. I don't even know where I'm off to. I've just saw the Oliver Theatre building, which I am going to go in later on to watch Oliver. I cannot wait. Oliver Twist. Oh, food, glorious food. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I've got my songs stuck in my head now, guys. You always get stuck in your head. Yeah, it's quite nice. London's quite nice, guys. Just one of them. Okay, so right up there is the BT Tower. Now, this is the tallest BT Tower in the UK. BT stands for British Telecommunications, and it very originates from when the government used to basically prioritise and used to fund all of the telecommunications within the UK. There were no private industries such as like Free or EE. It was literally just British telecommunications. Now, the BT Tower is so significant because recently it's been sold off to a hotel because I don't think BT run it anymore. Or if they do, I think they couldn't afford the property that it was actually on. So I think the signal masts are still on, and that's why it's got BT rotating up there. But there's been a speculation, and I don't know if it's actually done, so maybe someone will tell me in the chat, but the BT Tower has been proposed to be a hotel. Not quite sure what's going on there, and I don't know anything new information. It was kind of like one of those quick flash news things, and then it's kind of just died out. Nobody's talked about it since. However, yeah, there you go. There's the BT Tower up there. I will show you if I do this. There we go, that is the BT Tower. I might have a good look at it later on tomorrow. Okay, so I am now waiting for the doors to open for Oliver, which is on the other side of the street. That's not very ideal. Thomas Baker made it all the way up here just to see the BT Tower, and now I've got to go all the way back down to go to Oliver. However, you know, it is what it is. It's London, and what do we expect? There's no tube lines that run this way, I don't think. I could be totally incorrect. There probably is a tube line over there somewhere, but yeah, no. There's no tube lines here, so I've got to go walk all the way down this street. At least it's just a straight street, which is good. That was straight street. But yeah, no, I've got to go all the way back down there now. Or I could keep carrying on. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like I'm going to go back down there because I might not make it for the doors to be open for Oliver. This is something new. Apparently this is a mat factory. Do they make mats? I'm guessing so. I mean, I know in, I think it's Redditch that they're known for carpet. So a mat factory would only make sense in London, I'm guessing. Wow. A mat factory. Henry Heath, Oxford Street. And it's a mat, okay. Insane. Okay, so we're now going down Chinatown. Now this is, like I said, this is one of the things which I thought was in Birmingham at one point, but apparently not. This is Chinatown. Yippee! How cool it is. There are a bunch of like Chinese restaurants and other stuff, I don't know. Just say Chinatown. Couldn't tell you. I thought these were lit up, I can't lie, but yeah, again, I feel like the expense for that, nobody will pay for. Especially in London, right? Oh, there we go. There's more down there. But maybe after Oliver, I might come down here, guys, and show you around. It might, everything might be closed, but you know what? It'll be a bit quieter, which should be quite good actually. Guys, look, it's Mary Poppins. Let's go fly. Because even though it was Disney, it was based here in the UK, of course. Cherry Tree Lane. Is that even an actual street? I don't know. That is a good point. I actually don't know if that was an actual street. Cherry Tree Lane, anyone? Maybe I can go search it out. But yeah, Mary Poppins, guys, Mary Poppins. So, I've just watched Oliver and that was insane. Go and check out my review. Go and check out my review on a different vlog. It's on like, I would have put it on before I posted this vlog, of course. Anyways, so now I am off to Battersea Power Station to see it at night, which would be quite cool actually. It's on the other side, it's on the Northern Line, but you know what, it's on the other side, I won't see why not. It is my last full day here in London, and then tomorrow I'm going back around at 7, so I won't get to see, well, I will get to see it in dark, but I want to go and see other places in the dark as well, guys. So yeah. Look how nice this looks, guys. Battersea Power Station's over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It is insane. I just love walking along the Thames. I wish I could do this every day, you know? It would really, 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 like, do good for my mental health. This is insane. The lights here.